You see? Is it going?
Praise the Most High. This is another Sabbath day, and we come out week in and week out just to bring out the truth out of the Bible.
2 Samuel 23. I believe it's 3 through 4. 2 Samuel. 2 Samuel 23. Go ahead.
2 Samuel 23, 3 through 4. The God of Israel said, the rock of Israel spake to me, he that ruleth over men must be just.
So this was Samuel. He was breaking down how anybody that's in rulership, you must be just.
Read.
Ruling in the fear of God, and he shall be as the light of the morning when the sun riseth, even as a morning without clouds, as the tender grass springing out of the earth by clear shining after rain.
But you guys can look at yourselves and examine yourselves. Now you got to look into that perfect law of liberty. You guys haven't been just. You've never been just any time that we've been here, because we are the Israelites. That's who we are. We are the chosen people of God, the ones you guys oppress and have that perpetual hatred for.
Go to Micah. Micah 3. You know where it is. How they devise iniquity. Start there in verse 1. Micah. All right.
Micah 2 verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their bed.
So this is the prophet Micah. When you see the word woe in the Bible, woe means destruction. That means destruction unto the people.
Read.
When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand.
And right now, you guys are practicing all this oppression because God is giving you this power that you have right now. But he's taking it away from you slowly but surely.
Go ahead.
And they covet fields and take them by violence.
And you guys took all of our brothers, all this land was from our brothers, the Reubenites and the Gadites and the Issacharites. This is how you guys got all this land. You guys didn't pay for any of this. You guys got this with unrighteous decrees and ill dealings.
Read.
And take them by violence.
And you took all this by violence, by killing 100 million of the Issacharites and Reubenites, 77 million of the rest of the tribes. You guys killed all the people to get all this land. This is how you got everything that you own.
Read.
And houses, and take them away.
And you took all of our houses, and you took them away. But see, God has been watching this since Ancient of Days. This is why the Most High God is called Ancient of Days.
Read.
So they oppress a man and his house.
So you guys like to oppress a man and his house.
Even a man and his heritage.
And not only do you like to oppress, you guys have lied on Christ himself by putting up Caesar Borgia and all the churches now. Because that's not Christ. Christ was a so-called black man. You put up that homosexual and that pedophile in all your churches as the anointed one. And you're going to pay the price for doing that. Go ahead.
Habakkuk 2 verse 2. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables.
See, Habakkuk, the Most High God had wrote this vision years ago, but now it's coming into fruition. Everything these prophets seen and foreseen back then, now it's coming to pass.
Read.
That he may run that readeth it.
Because we've been reading the scriptures and now we got the clarity on it. And we understand who the man of perdition is. We know who this is. It's crystal clear to us.
Read.
For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak.
And now it's starting to speak. This is why the Most High God, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, he's shaking up the heavens now. And you guys aren't going unpunished. The Most High God, he declares the end from the beginning, and his counsel is going to stand.
Read.
And not lie, though it tarry, wait for it.
And we've been waiting. We've been doing like David said, wait on the Lord and be of good courage. And he said he's going to strengthen our hearts. So we've been waiting for him to take care of all of our adversaries, every single one of them.
Read.
Because it will surely come.
And it's going to surely come to pass. Everything Christ said in his Bible, it's going to happen, whether you believe it or not.
Read.
It will not tarry. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him.
See, the Most High God knows that you guys, your soul which is lifted up with pride, it's not upright in you. The Most High God has got everybody's number, and it's crystal clear.
Read.
But the just shall live by his faith.
But the just, we're going to live by our faith. And what is faith? Faith is the substance of things hoped for, but the evidence of things not seen. We haven't seen Christ yet, but we know he's coming in the clouds. And we know he's going to take care of all of his adversaries here. Read.
Yeah, also because he transgresseth by wine.
And you like to lie with all the transgressing by wine is pushing all these lies on everybody with all the wrong ideology. This is what God is saying. You guys like to transgress by wine, by lying to everybody in your school systems, lying about Christ, and lying about all the prophets who were so-called black men.
He is a proud man.
Because he knows you guys are proud. You got too much pride. But he said he resists the proud, but gives grace unto the humble.
Neither keepeth at home.
And you don't stay at home. You like to go to everybody's lands, and you like to go steal everybody's resources. You go to everybody's country and take all of what they have. This is what you guys have done. Read.
Who enlargeth his desire as hell.
And you've enlarged your desire as hell. And you can't be satisfied. But the Most High God has to put you down. In order to stop a greedy beast like this, there has to be a God that does this. We have to wait on the Most High God to do all of this. Read.
And is as death, and cannot be satisfied.
He says you guys are as death, and you can't be satisfied because you just keep wanting to steal, kill, and destroy, just like Christ said in the Gospel of John. Read.
But gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
And the Most High God has got everybody's number. See, the eyes of the Lord is in every place, and he's been beholding the evil and the good, and nobody's getting away for what they've done here in the body. Read on.
Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his?
Because see, you've done all this, and you've increased and enlarged your territory with what is not yours. Because you guys came out of the Caucasus Mountains of Georgia, Russia, and Mount Seir, and the Petrus Mountains. See, the Lord, he has a controversy with you guys. He has this controversy and an indignation that's never going to end with what you guys have done. Read.
How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay.
Because you've inlaid yourself with all this thick clay, because now you guys are in so much debt. You owe China trillions of dollars. You guys owe everybody, because everything you got, you stole it. You got all the wealth by killing everybody and stealing all of their resources.
Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee?
Because they're going to, all these people that you think are your allies, all they're doing is plotting against you as we speak. They're all plotting against you guys. They're just waiting. The Most High is going to give that order, and then they're going to start shooting their nuclear missiles, those ICBM missiles. This is how you guys are going to get that judgment for touching the apple of God's eyes. Read.
And thou shalt be for booties unto them.
And he says you're going to be the booty. You're going to be behind. You're not going to be the head anymore, because you guys got this all with ill dealings and unrighteous decrees. That it's all coming. He's going to take it all away from you. Read.
Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee.
And all these people that you think are your buddies in those other nations, they're plotting against you as we speak. They're just plotting against you. And you guys are going to get this judgment, what's appointed to the wicked in this Bible. Read.
Because of men's blood and for the violence of the land.
And so all this blood and all this violence that you guys have done, the Most High has got it all documented in these holy scriptures, and nobody is going unpunished. You may have thought you've gotten away with it, but God has everything written in the scriptures, and nobody is getting a pass for what they've done here. Read.
Of the city and of all that dwell therein, woe to him that coveteth, and evil covetous to his house.
See, God knows how you guys are trying to go up to Mars. He already knows about that, trying to escape this judgment that's in this Bible. But you're not going to get there. You're going to get the judgment that's appointed to you. Read.
That he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil.
And you think you're going to set your nest up there in Mars to be delivered from the power of evil. But God, his eyes is 10,000 times brighter than the sun. You're not getting away from the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Nobody can escape him. Read.
Thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people.
And what you've done is sin against your own soul. And you're going to pay for your transgressions. Everybody's going to pay for what they've done here in this body.
Read.
And thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and hast sinned against thy soul. For the stone shall cry out of the wall, and the beam out of the timber shall answer it. Woe to him that buildeth the town with blood.
And there's that woe again. He said, destruction unto all those that build a town with blood. You guys built this on blood. You got this on rape, robbery, and murder. And this is how God is going to do you. This is what you got coming. This is what Paul was talking about in Galatians. He said, do not be deceived. God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap.
Read.
And establish a city by iniquity.
And you've established all this by iniquity. This was not gotten with ill. You got all this with ill doings and unrighteous decrees. You didn't get this right the right way. This wasn't you. You broke every treaty in the book with the Reubenites and the Gadites. You didn't keep not one peace treaty. You guys broke every treaty in the book.
Read.
Behold, is it not of the Lord of hosts that the people shall labor in the very fire?
And you're going to labor in that fire, that nuclear fire. That's what he's talking about, how you're going to labor in the fire. He's talking about the ICBM missiles that North Korea is going to shoot over here. And Russia is going to shoot over here. And China is going to shoot over here. And Iran is going to shoot over here. This is what he's talking about with that fire. And we'll go to the fire.
Go to Malachi.
And the people shall weary themselves for very vanity.
He said this was all vanity. You did this in vain. This is why he said, woe to those that builded the house on blood. He said, this is not of the Lord of hosts. This was not of the Lord of hosts, the way you guys did this. And it's coming down. That's a guarantee from the Most High God.
Read.
Malachi 4 verse 1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven.
The day is coming, and it could happen any day. That's going to burn as an oven. So it doesn't matter about how much stocks you've got, how much money you got in your bank accounts. The Most High he's not going to care about any of that. This whole place is going to burn.
Read.
And all the proud, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble.
And all the proud. He said those that do wickedly, he said you're going to be stubble here. So all that money that you've labored for and killed for, it's not going to do you any good. All this money that you wanted to kill all of God's people for, it's not going to do you any good.
Read.
And the day that cometh shall burn them up.
And that day is coming that's going to burn you guys up. You're going to get that judgment appointed to the wicked in this Bible, because the Most High, Christ came into this world to give testimony of the truth, and he told no lies. There was no guile in his mouth. So everything he said, it's coming to pass.
Read.
Saith the Lord of hosts.
Saith the Lord of hosts. The Lord of hosts said all of this.
Read.
That it shall leave them neither root nor branch.
He's not going to be leaving you no nephews, no nieces, no uncles, no aunts. This is what he's talking about, the root and the branch. He's going to make sure he takes care of all of his adversaries. This is what Christ HaMashiach, Yahweh Shai, is coming here to do.
Read.
But unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings.
But all the ones that fear the Most High's name, we're going to arise with healing in our wings. We're going to grow up as calves of the stalls, and we're going to be just fine. But this is after he takes care of all of the adversaries here on the planet.
Go ahead.
And he shall grow forth and grow up as calves of the stall. And he shall tread down the wicked, for they shall be ashes under the soles of your feet.
And then you got all the wicked is going to be ashes under the soles of our feet on that day, because Christ is going to take care of all of them. Jeremiah 30. Let's see what he said through the prophet Jeremiah, what he's going to do with the adversaries here.
Jeremiah 36.
Jeremiah 30 verse 16. Therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured.
And all of you that have been devouring us, the Most High God said, you're going to be devoured.
Read.
And all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity.
He said all of our adversaries, every single one of them is going into captivity. You're going into slavery. This is what God is saying. This is sowing and reaping. You guys, you sowed this on the earth, and this is what you've got to look forward to in your future.
Read.
and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil.
And all of you that spoiled us, you're going to be for a spoil, the Most High God said.
Read.
And all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey.
And see, you're going to get what you've given here. You're not getting away from the Most High God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Nobody can escape him.
Read.
Numbers 35, verse 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land.
You shouldn't have polluted this land, because the Most High God said blood defiles this land. But this is what you guys continue on, even to this very hour. You're going after Jacob, because that's who we are. We're from that lineage of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We're not no African Americans, like you guys call us. We know who we are. We're the Israelites from the tribe of Judah.
Read.
For the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it.
And this is how this land is going to be cleansed. It's going to be cleansed by all of your blood, because you guys are the ones that shed our blood. You guys did this to us. So this is how God is going to get you.
Read.
Exodus 21, verse 16. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him.
And all those that steal people and sell them, listen to what the Most High God said about this.
Read.
Or if he be found in its hand.
And we're still found in your hands. We're still here in all these lands that we didn't ask to be brought to.
Read.
He shall surely be put to death.
The Most High God said, you guys are going to be put to death. This is what the Most High God of Abraham said. The God of Isaac and the God of Jacob said. He said, you guys are going to be put to death.
Read.
Isaiah 14, verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob.
But when it's all said and done, the Lord is still going to have mercy on Jacob, because he chose Jacob from the foundation of the world. So it doesn't matter how you guys feel about it. And because you didn't like this covenant that he made from the foundation of the world, it doesn't matter how you guys feel about this. This is what God did.
Read.
And will yet choose Israel.
He's going to yet choose Israel. It doesn't matter how you guys feel about it. He's still going to choose Israel.
Read.
And will set them in their own land.
We're going back to our homeland, Jerusalem. We know who's over there. Those Khazarians and those Amaleks. They're not supposed to be in our homeland. We know who's over there.
Read.
And the stranger shall be joined with them.
And some of you are going to be joined with us over in the Holy Land. Some of you guys are going to be joined with us. But listen to your status over there.
Read.
And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
And you're going to hang on to us just like we've cleaved onto you.
Read.
And the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants.
And you're going to be slaves.
Go ahead.
And handmaids.
Slaves.
And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were. And they shall rule over their oppressors.
See, this is a future prophecy that's on the way. We're getting ready to rule over all our oppressors. You guys might as well live it up. Your time is just about up. And it doesn't matter how you guys feel. This Christ declares the end from the beginning. And his counsel is going to stand. So it doesn't matter how you feel about the Bible.
Read.
And it shall come to pass in the day that the